I hope you're all doing amazing. My name is Marcello Kolax. I am the Managing Director at Clever Markets, and today I'm going to walk you through the markets for the week starting 24th of March 2024. And the last week ended with a bang, quite literally, unfortunately. So the Zutsa gas pumping station in Russia was attacked. There was a big blast. There was quite a few videos out there. Speculation ran wild as to what might happen, and the market simply jumped last Friday. But the bulls couldn't really sustain their gains, and we quickly pushed a little bit lower. So personally, I'm a little bit split on what might happen next. I'm not sure if the bears are fully in charge just yet. I think there's still some room to grow, but overall I think it was quite disappointing for the bulls apart from this big move higher. Before we go any further, please of course be reminded that everything you see here is just my personal humble opinion and does not constitute direct trading advice. Alright, so let's have a look at the markets themselves. Let me get out of the way. Okay, here we go. So on the TTF front month, NBP front month, TTF front season, NBP front season, we do have EUAs, we have German Power, we have Henry Hub, and we do have Brent. So you can see last week or last Friday essentially we ended with a big old red candle for quite a few of these markets, and quite interestingly, yeah, all of them, EUAs as well, German Power as well. So the bulls really tried to push higher but couldn't quite maintain their gains. Here all the fun stuff is on the intraday charts, so we'll talk about that in just a second. But you can see overall we are still pushing higher, right? So even if we would be getting a little bit of a retracement right now, the flow of higher highs and higher lows is maintained for now. And if you look here at the EUAs, a move lower is nothing crazy. We had like 2 or 3 weeks of just gains. So I think we are about to go lower at some point, all right? Overall, Henry Hub is still pushing lower overall. We are a little bit in a sideways range. Nobody really knows what we are doing. So for now, this here is still just a corrective move lower. Right now we're a little bit more sideways in an underlying uptrend, okay? And Brent is trying to push higher. Let's see how that turns out. Okay, so on the TTF front month, I want to keep an eye first of all on the weekly chart, where we can see that we are just still bouncing off this broadening wedge support we have. Last week we formed a spinning top, which is usually showing us that the market is hesitating. Doesn't mean the bulls are winning, doesn't mean the bears are winning. It really just means hesitation, nothing else essentially. But we did have a good bounce set up here. Everything is not looking as bullish anymore, but of course we had 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of losses. But what is quite interesting, that the stochastic seems to be flattening out in neutral territory. So I think overall there's a chance for us to push higher, maybe into the high 40s, like 47, 48. I think that's nothing crazy. Alternatively, we would know that the bears are in charts but 39.74 on the lower level charts, but truly bearish if we start posting weekly closes below the broadening wedge. Okay, so let's have a look at the daily chart for a little bit more detail. So here on the TTF front month daily chart, once again, higher highs and higher lows. How high is it currently going? Well, you can see, there you go, after this down leg, we are now pushing higher towards a 78.6% FIB retracement. I might be inclined to take out the FIBs altogether next Monday, on Tuesday. I'm recording this on a weekend. Taking this out on Tuesday because I don't feel like this is any much more useful in the near term. However, have a look at this, yeah? Stochastic still pulling higher. We see that the momentum is siding with the bulls. So overall, still looking pretty bullish to me, but of course I want to see a move above, let's call this 45. Then I think we could attempt 47.3 and beyond. I think that's nothing crazy. But let's look at the details, because only this will show us really where we are right now. Okay, so I'm trying to make sense of this. So last week on Thursday, we ended here. And then on Friday morning, we did get the news. The gas metering station, no, the pumping station was blown up. We did have this doji candle immediately. So in these long-legged dojis, they're showing us that the bulls are trying to push higher. It's almost like a gravestone doji, I want to say. But overall, we didn't really push through. Yeah, so there was no bullish confirmation whatsoever. We did gap higher on a bearish candle, and we didn't really get much of a bullish signal here. So the market was destined to close this gap towards what is this, 43.03, right? So we did close this right away in the subsequent sessions with hours without any sort of hesitation, and we found support at this old FIP these retracement levels, so at the 50% mark, right? And we found support at 42, and we did end the week with a bullish harami candle. A bullish harami candle simply means we have a small green body, and we have a big red body, and before that engulfing the small green body. So no bullish confirmation yet, but there's a bullish setup, and simply the fact that we bounced off this 50% retracement, it's looking good to me. Also very high volume right now. However, the bulls had some good news, so there was some fuel, but they didn't push through. So this is worrying me a little bit. So apart from this like short-lived news, they couldn't hold on to their gains. Also, we see that the MACD, so the momentum tool, is bearish, and we also see that the stochastic gave us like a preliminary bullish signal, but I want to see a move out of oversold territory before turning bullish. Yeah, didn't happen yet. So although we have a mild bullish setup and we found support at an important support level, the tools are not reflecting that yet, and the failure to keep gains is also a little bit worrying. So I am split. I don't have a strong opinion, but for now I'm going with the bounce, because this would be in line with what the daily chart is showing us overall, right? However, the bears would be in charge if we push below 42.03. And that is all for the TTF. If you need to understand what the next move on the TTF will be, then do subscribe to my newsletter. Every Monday I publish my latest thoughts on the TTF front month. You get a video, you get the poll results, and you do get my 2 cents on the markets. So do subscribe, link in the description. See you around.